Right, well, next up for me, it's a big ground bait choice. I mean, we're not quite there yet, with it being a little bit cold where I am at the minute, but so without doubt, ground bait in big pots or maggots, whatever, down the edge, it is so popular now, and still works as long as done in the right way. I mean, I've covered this a few times on fishing marges in the right manner, and I do feel ground bait it definitely still has its part at many venues, but you've got to be careful how you feed it. But one thing that I'm quite focused on when I am using ground bait is matching the colour. I think it's where people go a little bit wrong and they just literally open a bag and chuck whatever in. I think for me, maybe not at the start of the season when they're a bit daft, but as the more they get caught down the edge, I definitely believe that trying to blend my ground bait into the bottom of the bed, I mean the bottom of the lake, wherever it may be, it's definitely a little edge for me. They seem to come over the main pile a lot more readily if it's not, you know what I mean, if it's not glowing in contrast to whatever the bottom is. It just makes it a bit more subtle, gives them fish a little bit more confidence. So I tend to choose whatever brand I like. I mean, I'm not, if I'm completely honest, massively fixed on this ground bait's the one. I mean, when it comes to taste, I believe that fish aren't too fussy. As long as it tastes nice, they will eat pretty much anything as long as it's presented in the right way and they won't have a feed. So for me, as long as I've got a really good quality crush pellet ground bait, which all these are mega high quality, they're all as good as it could possibly be, then there's no reason the fish won't come over them as long as it blends in. So by choosing whatever colour, maybe mixing a couple of colours together, what I'm after is a lovely colour ground bait. I've got a pheasant trying to snap my pole here. Come here, you cheeky little bugger. Oh, hello, you actually did. He's going to pop on my shoulder or something. He's going to just jump. Should we get some pellets on here? Come on up here. Right, we go. Right, now my mate's gone, yeah. So it's about making the right sort of blend, mixing it to try and match the water and the bottom, just so it blends in. It's a nice little edge, and more importantly as well, it's worth touching on, mixing your ground bait in the correct way. I don't want to go into mixing bags and bags of ground bait now just to demonstrate, but it's just simply a case of the aim that you're trying to achieve when mixing ground bait down the edge is it needs to be as heavy as possible. I mean, forget about these lovely, fluffy, light mixes that you might use on a feeder or bowling and whatever else. I mean, for down the edge, it nearly needs to be spoiled. I mean, by adding the maximum amount of water, you just want to keep it in place. You know what I mean? Borderline paste. I mean, so it's really messy, so you put it in and it stays there without spreading all over the place and creating too much of a mess in your peg. But yeah, just a couple of things that are definitely worth thinking of. Just make sure you're using ground bait in the right way.